Today is July 21st, 2025. We're witnessing a new kind of Cold War, not with armies but with technology and trade. The United States and China are locked in a fierce, silent struggle for global leadership. This rivalry shapes the devices we use, the cars we drive, and the prices we pay. At its core, it's a battle for control over the future of technology, especially artificial intelligence and semiconductors. Both nations see dominance in these fields as vital for security and prosperity. Their competition forces countries worldwide to pick sides, creating global ripples. AI and tiny computer chips are now the main battlegrounds, with each side investing billions to get ahead. Just last week, the US reversed its ban on selling advanced AI chips to China, a reminder of how quickly things can shift. This move highlights how deeply connected yet fiercely competitive these two economies remain. The outcome of this rivalry will set the rules for the 21st century. The race for AI supremacy is the heart of the US-China rivalry. AI powers everything from medicine to military systems, making leadership in this field a matter of national power. The US has long led in AI thanks to top universities and tech giants like Google and Nvidia. Over 60% of the world's top AI researchers work in America, driving innovation. But China is catching up fast, making AI a national priority and aiming to lead by 2030. Chinese companies like Baidu and Tencent are investing heavily, and China now files more AI patents than any other country. China's vast population generates huge amounts of data to train AI, while the US leads in advanced AI chips. The battle for these chips is central. If China gets enough, it could close the gap. Billions are being poured into research, fueling a global race that will shape the future. The winner will set the standards for technology worldwide. This contest is about much more than just smart gadgets. It's about who will define the next era. Semiconductors, tiny chips, are the brains of modern technology. The US leads in chip design with companies like Nvidia and Intel at the forefront. But most advanced chips are made in Asia, especially by TSMC in Taiwan, creating a major US vulnerability. To slow China's progress, the US imposed strict export controls on advanced chips and manufacturing equipment. This small yard, high fence strategy aims to protect critical tech while limiting China's military and AI capabilities. In response, China launched a massive push for self-sufficiency, investing over $150 billion in its own chip industry. China's goal: break free from foreign suppliers and lead in chip production. While China still lags in the most advanced chips, its rapid progress is reshaping the global landscape. The semiconductor struggle is now a central front in the tech Cold War. Whoever controls chips controls the pace of global innovation. The stakes couldn't be higher for both nations and the world. On July 15, 2025, the US suddenly reversed its ban on advanced AI chip exports to China. Nvidia and AMD can now sell their top processors to Chinese tech giants, ending a 4-month embargo. The reason? A trade deal? The US regained access to critical rare earth minerals from China, essential for everything from EVs to military tech. This chips for minerals swap shows just how intertwined the two economies are. Nvidia's stock soared, and Chinese firms rushed to buy the latest chips, eager to catch up in AI. But the move sparked fierce debate in Washington, with critics warning it could boost China's military tech. The US faces a dilemma: support its tech industry's profits or slow China's rise. This episode reveals the delicate balance between economic interests and national security. Even in fierce competition, mutual dependence shapes every major decision. The tech Cold War is anything but simple. The US-China tech war extends to the race for 5G networks, the backbone of tomorrow's digital world. 5G isn't just faster internet, it connects everything from cars to power grids. Whoever builds and controls these networks gains huge economic and security advantages. China's Huawei leads in affordable 5G infrastructure, expanding its reach through the Belt and Road Initiative. The US sees Huawei as a security threat, fearing backdoors for Chinese spying or sabotage. Washington has banned Huawei and urged allies to do the same, but results are mixed. Some countries side with the US, while others choose Huawei for cost and convenience. This has created a digital divide, with nations split between US and Chinese tech. The global internet is fragmenting, making communication and security more complex. The 5G battle is about more than technology. It's about influence and control. Every country's choice signals its alignment in the broader US-China rivalry. The outcome will shape the world's digital future. The US and China are also locked in a trade war, using tariffs to pressure each other. By 2024, the US had slapped tariffs on over $300 billion in Chinese goods. China retaliated in kind. These tariffs have raised costs for businesses and consumers, disrupted supply chains, and forced companies to rethink where they manufacture. Many firms are moving production out of China, but the process is costly and slow. The trade war's ripple effects have slowed global growth and forced developing countries to pick sides. This isn't just a US-China dispute, it's reshaping the entire global economy. The world is feeling the strain of this economic standoff. In response to rising risks, both the US and China are building new economic walls. The US is friendshoring, moving supply chains to trusted allies like Mexico, India, and Vietnam for security and resilience. This marks a shift from pure efficiency to prioritizing political alignment and stability. The US is also coordinating with allies to restrict China's access to key tech like semiconductors. Meanwhile, China is racing for self-sufficiency, pouring resources into domestic tech, and aiming for 70% independence by 2030. These strategies are splitting the world into two economic blocks, one led by the US, the other by China. Complete separation is unlikely, but the trend toward decoupling is clear. The global economy is becoming more fragmented and less stable. The era of seamless globalization is ending. We're entering a world of competing ecosystems. The US-China rivalry is redrawing global alliances. Nations are pressured to pick sides, not just on tech, but in their overall alignment. The US is rallying allies in Europe and Asia, framing the contest as democracy versus authoritarianism. China is building its own network through the Belt and Road Initiative and regional organizations. Many countries, especially in Asia, Africa, and Latin America, are caught in the middle, trying to balance ties with both superpowers. Neutrality is becoming harder as the rivalry intensifies. The world is splitting into two blocks, and the space for middle ground is shrinking. The choices nations make now will shape global politics for decades. We stand at a crossroads defined by the US-China tech and trade rivalry. This new Cold War is reshaping economies, alliances, and the very rules of global order. The recent US reversal on AI chip exports shows how conflict and codependence coexist. The future could bring deeper division, or, if managed wisely, shared progress and innovation. The stakes are enormous. The outcome will set the course for generations. Can these two powers compete without tipping into open conflict? The answer will define the story of our time.